Okay? Dalail al-Nubuwah by Imam Bayhaqi, this much, an encyclopedia about the proofs for the prophethood of the Prophet ﷺ. The same thing by Imam Asbahani. So the miracles of the Prophet ﷺ in hundreds. So we are only mentioning a few. Are you following? Okay. So one of the miracles of the Prophet ﷺ is the Mi'raj. Is what? The Mi'raj. You know the Mi'raj? The Isra and the Mi'raj. Who can tell me the difference between Isra and Mi'raj? Yes.
Isra is the journey from Makkah to Baitul
Maqdis. And the Mi'raj? Yes, exactly. Al-Isra is the meaning, literally it means the night journey. The night journey. So that is from Masjid al-Haram, Makkah to Baitul Maqdis. Because you know what? The Prophet ﷺ, he was in the house of Hani. So he was taken on that night, and who knows what happened to the Prophet ﷺ before taking him to Baitul Maqdis? Something happened to him.
The angel Jibril comes and opens his heart.
Okay. Yes. The Prophet ﷺ was operated on that night. The Prophet ﷺ chest was opened twice. The heart of the Prophet ﷺ was opened, how many? Twice. One when he was a boy. And he removed that clot of blood and he threw it away. The second time on the night of the Isra. His heart ﷺ was opened and washed with Zamzam. Washed with Zamzam. And then the heart was closed. Then he was taken to Jerusalem. And there, where he led, Allah brought into life all the prophets. Allah gave them life again, brought them into life. And they prayed behind the Prophet ﷺ. Are you following? And it was at night. And the Prophet ﷺ didn't know that there are people going to ask him about how many windows and how many doors. No. Right? He just led the Anbiya as Imam, and then he was taken from Baitul Maqdis to heavens. And that is where now the dome of the rock. Right? Okay. From there he was taken into the Samawat, to heavens. The Mi'raj. The Mi'raj, literally it means ladder. It means what? The ladder. That's the Mi'raj. So it is the tool and the instrument which the Prophet ﷺ, which took the Prophet ﷺ into heavens. Very fast elevator. Huh? That's the Mi'raj. But the Prophet ﷺ went and that night. So the sanction is miracle. Mi'raj is it? And the Prophet ﷺ, he rode and mounted what? An animal called what? Buraq. Very, very fast. Imagine you are riding this very fast animal. What will happen to you? What the air will do to you? If we fix you on the top of the jet, what will happen to you?
Disappear.
You will fall. You turn. It will be torn into pieces, right? Nothing happened to the Prophet ﷺ. Why? Read the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى. And taking him, he takes care of his property. Don't worry. Are you following? It's Allah who has taken this property. So Allah, He made all the necessary preparations to protect His Prophet ﷺ, who did take his servant for a journey by night from the sacred mosque to the farthest mosque, whose precincts we did bless in order that we might show him some of our sign, for he is the one who hears and sees all things. So, Subhanallah the asra bi'abdihi. Glory be to Allah who has taken his servant. So Allah has taken the Prophet and He made it this. He prepared the Prophet ﷺ to make him fit for that journey. Are you following? On the night of my ascent, the Mi'raj, to the heaven, I saw Musa alayhi salam, who was a tall, brown, curly-haired man, as if he was one of the men of Shurua tribe. And I saw Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, a man of medium height, Isa alayhi salam, medium height, and moderate complexion. His skin is not fair, it's moderate. Inclined to the red and white colors and of long hair. Isa alayhi salam has what? Long hair. I also saw Malik. Who's Malik?
Angel.
The gatekeeper of
Hell.
hell. Who's the gatekeeper of the Jannah? Ridwan. Ridwan. I also saw Malik, the gatekeeper of the hell, fire, and Ad-Dajjal. And he saw what? Ad-Dajjal. Amongst the signs which Allah showed me. So these things he saw on that night, the Prophet ﷺ. And he saw the Prophet's, the long hadith of the Mi'raj. And you know that the hadith is coming now, which is also Ibn Abbas narrated, which is in Bukhari. Abbas ibn Malik bin Sa'sa'a said that Allah's Messenger ﷺ described to them his night journey. The Prophet ﷺ described what happened in that night. He said, while I was lying in the Al-Hatim or Al-Hijr. You know Al-Hatim or Al-Hijr? What they call it, Hijr Ismail. That is part of the Kaaba, part of the Kaaba. You know that? The Kaaba, the limit of the Kaaba up to there. But the Kaaba, before Islam, a flood came and destroyed the Kaaba. So the Arabs decided to rebuild the Kaaba. And they said we have to have only halal money. No haram. Before Islam, this is the house of Allah. So the money they managed to raise was not sufficient to build the whole part of the Kaaba. So they built part of the Kaaba, and the remaining part they made this arch. So that is actually part of the Kaaba. So if you pray inside, you are praying inside the Kaaba. You know that? Because that is part of the Kaaba. That's why when you make tawaf, you have to come outside the arch, right? If you go inside, your tawaf is wrong. Because you didn't go around the whole Kaaba. Are you following?